2025. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson. We are in the process of getting set to go live over on Facebook as we now have a new tornado warning in place for parts of Baldwin County. This includes areas near Phillipsville, Dice, and also Perdido along US Highway 31. And this is a new tornado warning that has just been issued. So stand by. We are getting set to go live now over on Facebook. And again, we are covering this new tornado warning that has just been issued. Let me key myself onto the wall here. There we go. And again, we're watching a possible tornado here in Baldwin County that's pushing off to the northeast. Stand by, going live on Facebook right now.
Live.
Actually, I take it back. We're going to do it a slightly different way. Again, going live on Facebook. Stand by for that right now.
Live with meteorologist Spinks Megginson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
Got a tornado warning for the northern part of Baldwin County. This includes places near Phillipsville and Perdido. This new tornado warning is on the board until 1:30. A possible tornado happening now just to the northeast of Bay Minette, and this is coming up US Highway 31 toward the community of Perdido. We need everyone in Perdido, Dice, and Phillipsville to be in a safe place now as we have a possible tornado coming up US Highway 31. It's not moving very fast, but this thing is a possible tornado now, and this is a warning. Let's go ahead and show you who's involved in the tornado warning. And this is a very small tornado warning polygon in place for parts of Baldwin County. And this is on the board until 1:30 local time. This does not include Bay Minette. So if you're at Bay Minette, this is not for you. This is specifically for areas near Dice, Phillipsville, Pineville, right here in Escambia County, Florida, and back over here near Phillipsville. You are involved in this possible tornado zone, in this tornado warning that is valid until 1:30 local time. I'm actually going to get over here where I can drive our coverage a little bit better, and we're going to, again, kind of review exactly who is involved in this tornado warning first, because this came on the board about 5 minutes ago now. And let's zoom in because this is going to be very near Phillipsville in a matter of moments. You can clearly see the circulation right here. And let's see if we can go over to a different source where I can show you the velocity. There we go. So again, that circle area is where you could have a tornado briefly over the next few minutes, right in through here. And it's moving like this, coming toward Dice, the community of Dice, and Phillipsville in Baldwin County. Again, let me stress, for folks in Bay Minette, you are not included in this tornado warning. This is specifically for areas near Dice and also near Phillipsville in Baldwin County. And so, again, a possible tornado coming up US Highway 31. This is in that stretch of road on Highway 31 that's between Bay Minette and Perdido. And for folks in Perdido, if you live near the school there, Perdido School, near the fire station, near the railroad tracks there, back down to the gas station, which is on US Highway 31 near the top of the hill and the water tower, you need to be sheltered as we could have a possible tornado moving in. It looks like this is going to miss areas near Rabun. So if you're in Rabun, you're not included in this tornado warning. This is specifically for areas near the community of Dice and Phillipsville. And the possible circulation is right here. I say possible circulation, it is a circulation. Could have a possible tornado down moving off to the northeast. Let's show you what's happening across the entire region, because again, this is the only tornado warning that we've got on the board as of 1:14 p.m. It's for a small part of Baldwin County. We also did have a tornado warning a bit ago back here in Mississippi, but that storm that's now moving into Mobile County is much weaker. So again, the only tornado warning that we've got as of 1:14 p.m. is this storm that is near the community of Dice and near Perdido in Baldwin County. And this is pushing off to the northeast at about 14 miles an hour. So it's not moving very fast, but the storm is dropping copious amounts of rain, and it could be producing a brief tornado. This is not going to be a situation that lasts very long. This is not going to be a violent, big, bad tornado, but like I always say, if a tornado affects you, it's a big deal. And so we encourage everyone in the community of Dice and Phillipsville specifically to be in your tornado-safe place now. Again, current time is 1:15 p.m. It's Sunday, March 30th, 2025, and this is probably not going to last very long. But again, for folks in Phillipsville, you need to be implementing that tornado-safe plan right now. And what that looks like, you need to put on a helmet. That's for adults and for children. And so everyone needs to have a tornado helmet on now if you're at Phillipsville. And again, let me stress, if you're in Bay Minette, this has nothing to do with you. The tornado warning never included you. I realize the weather's bad in Bay Minette in terms of heavy rain and lots of lightning, but the tornado threat is clearly to your northeast out towards the community of Dice and also near Perdido. Just getting a message from the Weather Service. They're going to hold this tornado warning, but they are indicating that this has ramped down. And on these low-end, marginal severe weather risk days, this is what we expect. You may get 1 or 2 tornado warnings, but quite frankly, this may be the last one of the day. And just looking at this has weakened over the last few minutes, even since we've come on the air. The circulation is there, no doubt about it. This right here is your broad circulation. But again, it's not as tight as it once was. In fact, we can show you that here. We'll advance forward, and it ramped up about 5 minutes ago. You can kind of see that there if I take off the markings so that you can see brighter colors right there just to the west of Phillipsville. But you can see what happened. It's kind of faded out a bit. And again, the Weather Service, as a course of least regret, is going to maintain this tornado warning for parts of northeast Baldwin County near Phillipsville and Dice over the next few minutes. And this technically does include a very, very small part of Escambia County, Florida, near the community of Pineville. So as a course of least regret, if I'm in Pineville specifically, I would be sheltered in my tornado-safe place. And again, you're not going to have to stay there for 30, 45 minutes. This thing's about to be over most likely, but we encourage everyone to put on a tornado helmet, and you want to be on the lowest floor of a well-built structure, away from windows and away from doors, putting as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. Looking at the latest scan there, this continues to broaden out. And so 1 or 2 more scans, and the Weather Service is probably going to let this go. Again, just for context, let me zoom out and show you the whole region here. Baldwin County is the largest county by area in the state of Alabama. But if you are in southern Baldwin County, this has nothing to do with you. Same thing in the Eastern Shore. You're fine right now. Same thing in Tensas on the northern end of the county. This has nothing to do with Tensas. Same thing in Bay Minette. Yes, the weather's bad in Bay Minette, but the warning is to your northeast. So that's kind of the beauty of the polygon system. We get to include people in the danger zones that are in danger and leave everyone else out who isn't. And so, again, the only folks involved in this tornado warning polygon right now, specifically at Perdido, Dice, and Phillipsville. And again, folks kind of coming through this area are probably more familiar with US Highway 31 that connects Atmore back down to Bay Minette. And if you're familiar with that area, you know there's that gas station right there at Perdido, water tower on top of the hill. You go a little bit farther to the southeast on 31, you get to the road where you turn off to go to Phillipsville. And so all that area that I'm talking about, you need to be sheltered. Let me stress, this does not include Atmore. All right, so Porch, Atmore, even Walnut Hill, you're out, all right? You have no tornado warning in those areas as of now. This is specifically for areas near Dice and Perdido and Phillipsville. Let's go back over to the velocity view, and you can see that there still is broad rotation, no doubt about it, but quite frankly, it has broadened out, and so that's a good thing. But stay sheltered until we give you the all clear, probably about 5 more minutes tops, until the Weather Service decides to either expire this or cancel it. The expiration officially, by the way, happens at 1:30. So At most, we've got 11 more minutes on this, but it probably won't last that long. And on a day like today, quite frankly, this is what we would expect. Not much in the way of warnings, but you may get one or two, and I can't completely rule out one or two more warnings in the hours ahead. I think most folks will probably be just fine, but there is a chance that we could have a few more warnings before the end of the day. Let's show you the convective outlook. This is valid today. And you can see we've got this darker shade of green across much of our area. That's a low-end severe weather risk. And that's not to be confused with what's coming tomorrow. We now have a level 3 out of 5 risk for Monday. So this is valid for Monday for the whole region, a level 3 out of 5 enhanced severe weather risk. And it's because we're expecting a line of thunderstorms to approach from the northwest. And I'll show you that before we end the live video of kind of what to expect. But again, watching a possible tornado now in northern Baldwin County with a very broad circulation base. The thing kind of ramped up about 30 minutes ago when it was to the east of Bay Minette. No warning was triggered on that. It kind of faded out pretty quick and then started ramping up at about 1:04. The Weather Service decided to go ahead and issue a warning, but now the signature has faded away. And so there still is broad rotation, but not like what it once was even about 20 minutes ago. And so that is a good thing. But again, as a course of least regret, folks in Perdido, Dice, and Phillipsville, stay sheltered over the next few minutes. Possible tornado is at Dice now. And just, again, shooting it to you straight, that's what we do around here. I don't think this is necessarily producing a tornado at this point. It may be. There's a tornado warning in effect. It could be. But just with a signature like that, I would be surprised. More likely what's happening in through here is some gusty winds, maybe up to 60 miles an hour, but even that may be a stretch. And, you know, this is just a torrential downpour for these areas. Pretty much that's the reality of what's happening. Quite a bit of heavy rain, some lightning, loud thunder, gusty winds, but I have had no reports of damage over the last few minutes. And let me stress as well, this does not include any part of Escambia County, Alabama. So I saw a question in the Facebook comments about why we didn't get a tornado warning in Escambia County, Alabama. Well, the warning has never been for you. So if you're in Escambia, Alabama, Nokomis, Atmore, Waubee, Canoe, Freemanville, Porch, this is not for you. This is for your areas to the southeast, out near Perdido and Dice and Phillipsville, and that's pretty much it. Technically, this does include a part of Escambia County, Florida, near Pineville, right there near the Perdido River, but again, this does not include Walnut Hill, Oak Grove, Bratt, Davisville, McKinnon, or Molino. So a very, very small part of Escambia County, Florida involved technically in that tornado warning, but really this is for Phillipsville, Dice, and Perdido, and that's pretty much it. And again, just looking at this, I don't really see anything that alarms me at this point, but there is broad rotation there. This is going to ultimately cross into Escambia County, Florida, most likely briefly, regardless of what happens, whether it flares back up or whether it goes away. But this is going to cross into Escambia County, Florida, and again, with the weakening trend, that means heavy rain, that means lots of lightning, gusty winds, but the tornado threat seems to be ramping down quite a bit. I see that we've got a new flash flood warning that has just been issued by the National Weather Service in Mobile, and that's going to be for parts of Baldwin County. So this is a new flash flood warning coming on the board for Baldwin County, and let's see what areas. Okay, it's going to be areas just to the west of the tornado warning. So you now have a flash flood warning if you're at Bay Minette, Crossroads, Holly Hills, Stapleton, also areas near Phillipsville. You're involved in this new tornado warning, or excuse me, flash flood warning, I apologize. And that's going to be on the board valid until 4:30 p.m. So a flash flood warning for Baldwin County, Alabama. All right, we got a new this is a message regarding the tornado warning. Let's see what the Weather Service is going to decide to do with this. Yeah, and they're just indicating that this is weakening. So they're maintaining the warning over the next few moments anyway, and we're going to see what they decide to do. But there is broad rotation there, very near Dice and Highway 31 right here. That could be a brief tornado perhaps. And we're going to see if they decide to extend this even further down the pike. If they do, it would be into Escambia County, Florida, way out there on the north end of the county. This would not be for Pensacola. This would be up around Walnut Hill and Pine, specifically, if they decide to do so. So we're watching this with vehement intent as we continue to track a possible tornado in Baldwin County currently. Let's show you a wide view across the entire region because we do have storms in progress now in parts of Northwest Florida. These storms in Northwest Florida, however, near Milton, Pace, Whiting Field, these are under severe limits. Same thing in Okaloosa County, Crestview, Niceville, Destin, heavy rain, but nothing in the way of threats at the moment anyway in Okaloosa County. And so just watching this storm in Phillipsville, and keep in mind, this is going to move into areas near Atmore, but it looks like the tornado threat seems to be lessening somewhat. And so you're going to have a storm, no doubt about it, in Atmore and Walnut Hill, but it looks like the overall tornado threat continues to subside. But again, as a course of least regret, we encourage everyone in Dice, in Phillipsville, and in Perdido to be in a safe place. Just getting some viewer videos in. Thanks so much to everyone who is sending in photos and videos specifically near this weather warning. Lots of heavy rain, seeing quite a bit of heavy rain in these storms, but again, I have had no videos or specific reports of a tornado being down, and yeah, it's fading out. So I suspect the Weather Service is about to let this go in the next few minutes, thankfully, as the cell just continues to fade on out. And so that's what we want to see. So let's kind of do a reset. We still got the tornado warning on the board for the next 2.5 minutes, but I do want to update everyone else across the region. Let's go county by county here. Washington County, spotty showers happening now. Clark County, you got a few storms happening near Thomasville, near Gainestown, also out near Morven, but those storms are under severe limits. Same thing in Wilcox and Marengo counties. These storms are under severe limits. Here's Monroe County, just some showers right now, nothing major. Evergreen, got a storm just to the east of Evergreen out near Wilcox, the community of Wilcox that is, not Wilcox County, and Owassa. Same type deal. You're looking at the potential for some heavy rain and gusty winds in Conecuh County over the next little bit. Same thing in Butler County, you're fine. Same thing in Covington County, you're fine. Same thing in Walton, Okaloosa, and Santa Rosa counties. Yes, you've got rain and thunder, but you're fine right now in those counties. So again, you are just having some rain and general thunder right now in Whiting Field, Pace, Pea Ridge, Jay, Navarre, areas near Gulf Breeze, Crestview, Destin, Niceville, Fort Walton Beach, Seaside, Santa Rosa Beach. Just some rain. That's all it is, just rain and general thunder. What we've been tracking are these storms in Mobile and Baldwin counties. There was a tornado warning a bit earlier back in Mississippi and parts of Jackson County. That one quickly went away, and you can see that warning that was in effect near the community of Hurley is long gone. And that storm has now entered into Mobile County, and it's much weaker. So again, city of Mobile, Sareland, Pritchard, you've got some rain, but not much else. The only cell that we're tracking at this point, and less than a minute from its expiration, is this cell in northern Baldwin County. And again, just shooting it to you straight, the Weather Service is going to let this go. There's no doubt about it at this point. In about 45 seconds, we'll be able to give you an all clear, but just hang out there until this warning is officially over in Baldwin County. Very heavy rain right now near Stapleton, near Crossroads, near Gateswood in Baldwin County, but that part of the storm is under severe limits. In other words, your tornado warning is up here. All right, way up here to the northeast of Bay Minette. This part of the storm, even though it looks pretty nasty on radar, is actually under severe limits in Baldwin County. And so again, what we've been doing is tracking this possible tornado in Baldwin County. The storm has now faded, and the tornado threat is over. And in about 5 seconds, you're going to see that polygon go off the screen, and we will officially be without a tornado warning as of 1:30 p.m. So it is now 2:30 in the east, it's 11:30 out west, and it's 1:30 here in South Alabama and Northwest Florida, where we have just finished covering a tornado warning for parts of northern Baldwin County. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson, and we do have loud and proud storms across the region that are set to continue, but the overall tornado threat has officially come to a close as of now. We can give an all clear to Dice, Phillipsville, and Perdido. So if you have been in the tornado warning in Perdido, Dice, and Phillipsville, we'll give you an all clear, and you can come out of that tornado warning hiding place. Same thing in Pineville at this point. All clear for the community of Pineville, Perdido, Dice, and Phillipsville. So what to expect? This storm is going to continue moving to the east, and as it does so, you may have some gusty winds over the next few minutes near Walnut Hill, near Atmore, near Bratt, and Burnville. But there is no tornado warning as of 1:31 p.m. There is an ongoing flash flood warning until 4:30 this evening for parts of central Baldwin County. That includes Bay Minette, Stapleton, Holly Hills out near the golf course, Crossroads, and also areas near Gateswood involved in the flash flood warning, valid until 4:30 local time. We'll finish with a wide view across the region. Again, storms going to continue to be possible in the next few hours. Can't completely rule out one or two more tornado warnings because of this. This is the convective outlook valid for today into tonight. And you see we have a low end level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk in place for much of South Alabama and Northwest Florida. I'll show you the wide view across the region. This is the view today. And so we are expecting severe thunderstorms well to our north today across parts of Tennessee and also parts of North Alabama and North Mississippi. Let me show you the outlook for tomorrow. There we go. And again, tomorrow we do have a fairly expansive level 3 out of 5 severe weather risk, and this is valid for Monday. We can load up the projected radar here, and let me do that for you here so that I can take you through exactly what is going to happen. We'll start this at 5 a.m. in the morning, and we'll end it tomorrow at 5 p.m. So look at what's going to happen. We're going to have this big batch of storms that comes in from the northwest, and again, this is valid at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So you may have storms coming into Washington and Clark counties in West Alabama at about 9 a.m. We'll advance forward. There's 11 a.m. tomorrow. Nasty line of storms crossing our region from northwest to southeast. And we'll advance this forward to 1 o'clock tomorrow. Storms moving through northwest Florida at that point. And so it's going to be a pretty nasty day tomorrow with this band of showers and thunderstorms coming in. We'll loop that one more time. Again, this is the radar projection for tomorrow, showing the potential for a line of strong to severe storms that could produce damaging straight line winds and maybe a few tornadoes as well. But again, for today, it's a low end risk. That's tomorrow, the view that you're looking at now. We'll go back over to our live radar view. And let me stress, for those of you that just may be joining us as of 1:33 p.m., we now have no active tornado warnings for any part of southwest Alabama or northwest Florida. We do note that there is a new tornado warning that's valid until 2:15, as you can see there, for parts of Jackson County. So this is Jackson County, Mississippi. We'll go over to the velocity view, and yeah, that's the strongest signature I've seen all day. So there very well could be a tornado down in parts of rural Jackson County, Mississippi. This is going to pass Pascagoula to the north, but this will be yet another cell that we've got to watch over the next little bit. That is by far the strongest tornado signature that I have seen today, right in through there. And this is moving just like that. So again, on that trajectory, this is going to come out toward the middle part of Jackson County, and I believe that the community of Hurley is involved. Yeah, Van Cleve and also the community of Wade involved in a tornado warning. So Van Cleve and Wade, you've got a new tornado warning over in southeast Mississippi, and you can see that that is valid until 2:15 p.m. But again, that's over in Mississippi, and so we'll let our folks in Biloxi cover that. Again, no active tornado warnings for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida as of 1:35 p.m. You know the drill. If we do have more tornado warnings, we will come straight back on Facebook Live to cover Southwest Alabama and Northwest Florida and bring you the very latest. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson saying goodbye for now. Let me know if you have specific questions in the comments below, and I'll try to get to those in just a little bit. We'll be back on if we have more warnings, updates coming over the next few hours in the Red Zone Weather app.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.